Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video I'll be discussing briefly my thoughts on Series 8, Episode 2 of Doctor Who, Into the Dalek. And I have to say, I loved this episode. This is instantly one of my all-time favorites, if not my top favorite Dalek episode of all time right now, following on from such greats as Victory of the Daleks, Dalek, Genesis of the Daleks, and so forth. I feel like themes were being explored in this episode that were born out of that Series 1 episode Dalek with Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper, where toward the end of that episode, of course, after, Rose has reactivated this particular Dalek and, it just wants to feel the warmth of the sun on itself and everything like that, there's a point where the Doctor comes in carrying a gun, wants to destroy this thing, and Rose has to beg the question, what are you becoming, Doctor? We were seeing a seething hatred within the Doctor, and this episode really explores that once again, compounding on, and I love the throwback line all the way back to the very first Doctor, the William Hartnell Doctor, and the very first Dalek serial when he went to Skaro for the first time and saw what these, creatures essentially were capable of, starting a lifelong sort of, antagonistic relationship between them both. And I love that aspect. Basically Clara is whisked off on this magic journey where, they're going to be miniaturized and they go into the mind of a Dalek. So very much as the title suggests, we're going into the Dalek. We're going to explore the mind of the Dalek, this particular Dalek that has witnessed a star being born. It's become aware of the awe and majesty of the universe, the sort of circular effect of, even though life and existence can be destroyed time and time again by its fellow culture and stuff, it still comes back. It still flourishes once again and all that stuff. So it has a completely new awareness, becomes for all intents and purposes a good Dalek, air quotes, yet it's, ill, and the Doctor has to go in and heal it, and that's what the whole purpose is. I love that, Clara's whisked off right as she's met Danny Pink for the first time, and he's a very likable character from right off the bat, doing a lot of that thing where, you say the wrong thing and you go back over your mind later what it's all about, what you should have said and everything. And in this case, Clara overhears him, starts banging his head on the table, the desk in his classroom. But I love that. I love, of course, you have the name Danny Pink, and she meets someone with the last name Blue in the future. So knowing he is a soldier and he's asked by his class, have you ever killed someone who wasn't a soldier? And he's getting all misty-eyed. Does beg the question, what's up with that? Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is, could he be a time-displaced soldier from the future? Maybe he's killed someone like Clara or something along those lines. And it's just very interesting that, of course, he's had to reacclimate into a new life if that were the case. But it's a mystery set to unfold. We have just Daleks terrassing through this episode, soldiers dying left and right, and we have this one particular soldier, a female soldier, who's sacrificing herself for the greater good with all those Dalek antibodies inside it, to try to save the day, essentially. And we see her warped out and basically taken to where this Missy woman is. Whoever this is going to turn out to be, it's a grand mystery set to unfold, as I said in my previous video. And just what an episode. There was a mirror effect, really, even though we're traversing the mind of this Dalek and the internal mechanisms of this Dalek, we're seeing that seething hatred of the Doctor under the microscope. And he's very much, Peter Capaldi, I'm seeing shades of Tom Baker's Doctor and Christopher Eccleston's Doctor, but he's his own man who is very much questioning his own, way of being, his own self and everything like that. He's soul-searching, trying to find out. We saw the scene, that was from the teaser, Clara, be a pal, am I a good man? And it was ultimately a compelling, riveting episode. Loved every single minute of it. Resistance is futile. We heard the Dalek say that. And nice, Star Trek reference, everything like that. And I don't want to say anything more about it. Go watch this episode if you haven't seen it already. It's the best recommendation I can have for you. And yeah, loved it. Can't wait to see the next. I'll catch you all later. Peace.